Hello and welcome to Channel 8 Sports and East Brunswick High School Lady Bears Field Hockey. Hi, I'm Scott White alongside Bob Estar for tonight's inaugural match on Channel 8, East Brunswick Field Hockey versus Piscataway. Tonight we bring you a new member of the Channel 8 sports staff. Bob Estar will help us get through tonight's matchup. Bob comes in with national team experience playing on the U.S. national field hockey team. Bob, let's talk a little bit about tonight's matchup. First, East Brunswick coming into tonight's match at 4-0-1. What can we expect to see out of East Brunswick?
I think out of East Brunswick today, you'll see a lot of passing. Cindy really preaches that, and I think that'll be a part of the game today for her.
And what sort of lineup could we expect to see at the beginning?
With Cindy, I believe with East Brunswick, they're going to start with 4-3-3 with a diamond set up in the back for the defense.
As for Piscataway, they come in with a record of 1-2, having defeated Metuchen and then taking 2 losses. What can we expect out of Piscataway?
Jackie Five, as a coach, is very aggressive, and I expect them to be surrounding the ball today.
So there you have it. It's East Brunswick hosting Piscataway. We'll be back with the opening pushback in just a moment. And there you see East Brunswick out on the field getting ready for the opening pushback. Piscataway will be starting. Piscataway in the dark uniforms, moving from right to left on your screen. East Brunswick wearing the white, moving from left to right. 30 minutes on the clock, and this game is underway. Ball is hit out to the near side and quickly out of bounds. This will be a good opportunity for us to just run through the starters as we perceive them for Piscataway. Teresa Dapsis, Lauren Pro, Betsy Joseph, Danielle Keenan, Stacia Mayer, Fallon Samuels, Rayanne English, Monica Misyak, Nimrata Kalala, and Jessica Grenier getting the call tonight. And for East Brunswick, the starters are Shari Mendelson, Nicole Ruggiero, Jamie Schneider, Tracy Tsai, Allison Barnett, Naomi Finkelstein, Lisa Kaufman, Kristen Karakis, Kerry O'Connor, Jessica Schwartz, and in goal, Danielle Mason. Have a penalty already with Piscataway will be starting over on the near side. With the ball now for Piscataway, Monica Misiak will put it back into play. Misiak sending it through the middle. A couple of players around the ball trying to pop it loose. For East Brunswick over on the near side, Kerry O'Connor trying to track it down. Rolls out of bounds, and East Brunswick will bring it in. We had a chance to talk to the coaches before, Bob, and one of the things that we found out from both coaches that Piscataway comes out with a very young team. How does that play into a strategy?
Well, hopefully they'll be coachable. Bottom line is, when you're young like that, and the way Jackie is being very aggressive and as a very strong coach, is how they react to that.
East Brunswick not starting any freshmen. Piscataway, on the other hand, has 2 or 3 freshmen out there. East Brunswick senior laden with 6 senior starters, and the remainder of the starters are juniors. So East Brunswick bringing out some experience tonight. Piscataway on the attack. A couple of East Brunswick players trying to break it up. Piscataway still in control. Betsy Joseph maintaining control on the near side. Fraction on the near side. East Brunswick will pick up play and bring the ball up over midfield for East Brunswick on the near side. Kerry O'Connor. Now for East Brunswick, Naomi Finkelstein trying to maintain control, and we have another penalty.
Umpire called obstruction there is when the opponent gets between you and the ball.
East Brunswick restarts it. The ball's out of bounds, and they'll turn it over to Piscataway at midfield. Bringing it in for Piscataway on this near side is Monica Misiak.
Monica's sister, Mandy, is at the University of Rhode Island.
Monica is one of the freshmen we were referring to, and you'll notice in her right hand is taped. She's playing with a broken finger. Before the game, Jackie Fives, the Piscataway coach, told us that she's playing 2 players tonight with broken fingers. East Brunswick with their first attack. On the near side for East Brunswick carrying the ball, Allison Barnett.
Also, fouls occur when you're dribbling the ball and it goes into the opponent's feet. You cannot use your feet in this game. So if you keep watching, you'll see the umpire with directions.
Another penalty, this one going against Piscataway, so East Brunswick will have an opportunity to restart on the near side.
And what she called there was 5 yards. Once you're inside the 25, everyone has to be 5 yards from the free hit.
Bob, since this is our first time carrying the sport and it doesn't get a great deal of publicity, maybe we could just run through the basics or some of the rules that some of our viewers should be aware of. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the sport?
Okay, basically, the sport of field hockey, if you look at it as a scoring circle that East Brunswick is approaching right now, wait, here's an opportunity. Oh, and foiled. Basically, the scoring circle is where you can only take a shot. That scoring circle is 16 yards. Free hits occur when you are dribbling the ball or hitting the ball and then your opponent gets their body in the way or uses the wrong side of the stick. And also, you can only use the flat side of the stick, and the round side of the stick cannot be used at all. So you have to manipulate the ball by turning the stick from left to right.
The game is comprised at this level of two 30-minute halves with 11 players for each team on the field. Basically, they tend to play with forwards, midfielders, and backs, with a few variations depending on what the coach's strategy is.
Yes.
Beforehand, we had a chance to talk to each coach, and each coach was bringing out a slightly different strategy.
Right. Basically, with Cindy, I mean, they're going to go right up the middle. That's what they're trying to do right now. They're not being successful, and Piscataway was just going to go at them. And if we look at possession right now, I would say predominantly East Brunswick has about 60% of the ball right now in possession.
East Brunswick maintaining control on the offensive half of the field, a penalty against East Brunswick. Piscataway will restart quickly without wasting any time, send it over and try to work the far side. Penalty this time against East Brunswick on their own defensive half, against Piscataway. East Brunswick will restart.
Calling a dangerous hit, the ball was raised, and you cannot do that if people are around.
Piscataway restart on the far side for Piscataway. That's Lori Furka putting the ball in play. A couple of Piscataway Chiefs surround the ball as it rolls over the side and out of bounds. It'll be an East Brunswick restart on the far side.
If you notice that Piscataway has shifted their whole team over to the right-hand side to try to shut down that area.
5 minutes in there, 25 minutes remaining in this game, no score. East Brunswick hosting Piscataway. This is not only the first game that Channel 8 brings you, but we found out this is the first game under the lights here at East Brunswick. So the first evening game for field hockey tonight. East Brunswick and Piscataway, no score. East Brunswick restarting on the far side, trying to bring it up over midfield, and they do, but broken up quickly by Piscataway. They'll turn around and bring it back up the other direction. For Piscataway, it's Jessica Guarneri carrying. Another infraction against Piscataway. Hear the crowd in the background. Not a bad crowd for the first evening game. You know, we've had a chance to discuss a little bit before how this sport really is sort of in its developmental or growth stages. And not a bad crowd for a sport that isn't popularly followed. Ball brought inside the scoring circle. First scoring opportunity for East Brunswick, looking for a shot on goal. It's broken up and
Penalty corner awarded.
Tell us a little bit about the penalty corner.
Penalty corner is basically when a infraction occurs inside the scoring area. And it's basically considered an advantage to the offense. You're only allowed 5 defenders back. And a push out, you see the girl running number 11 to the push out area, which is 10 yards out. And the ball has to be stopped dead up top at the circle, and then a shot can be taken.
Tracy Tsai will put it into play. Quickly stopped by East Brunswick, looking for a shot on goal. East Brunswick still with no shots on goal yet this game. East Brunswick looking for the first opportunity, and we have an infraction against Piscataway. I guess that will give us
another penalty corner. This tends to wear on the defense. You see there girls running up to the 50, and then you got 5 girls that have to focus against basically 7 girls.
Again, Tracy Tsai set to start the action. She quickly puts the ball in play. Stopped by an East Brunswick player, shot on goal, and there's our first shot and a save by the Piscataway goalkeeper. For Piscataway, that's Jessica Guarneri, a junior goalkeeper.
Shot was on a hit inside a penalty corner. It must be board level. If you look at the goal, it has to be board level. That shot was raised, and that's why she called it, because it was a hit. If that was a push, she can flick it in top of the net if she wanted to.
And the difference between a push and a hit?
With a hit, it's basically a backswing, where a push is basically you're underneath the ball and you're just pushing it forward. There's no release, no backswing to a push.
Piscataway looking for their first offensive attack. They don't have any shots on goal yet this first half. Piscataway in control on the far side. East Brunswick trying to break it up. Couple players surrounding the ball, trying to break it loose. Piscataway trying to maintain control. Still a 50-50 ball, and I guess 50-50 balls are one of the ways that you sort of track the game.
Yeah, I think that's where the game's won. If you can basically win more 50-50s than the other team, you're going to pretty much win the game. And the other thing that would be more successful for both of these teams is keeping it on the right-hand side, because you're attacking the opponent's reverse stick, which is obviously weaker. So you should play the percentages like any sport, and getting it to the right-hand side.
East Brunswick trying to do that now, bringing it across to attack this near side, and a penalty against East Brunswick. Piscataway will put it into play for Piscataway. Monica Misiak. Ball bounced around the middle.
Raised push, it's a free hit for them. This is an opportunity here.
Piscataway not wasting any time trying to catch East Brunswick off guard. They quickly put the ball into play, but appears as if it went over the end line.
Calling a long corner, that's when the defensive team has deflected it over. So the umpire awarded a long corner, which the ball's taken out basically on the sideline, deep in the sideline.
Good scoring opportunity for Piscataway. They're still looking for their first shot on goal. Cannot get it inside the shooting circle. East Brunswick trying to clear the far side, broken up by Piscataway. Piscataway still trying to keep it in the offensive half of the field. Piscataway on the attack. Trying to break it up for East Brunswick. Estar Ho on the far side.
Called a foot.
East Brunswick now looking to clear it out of their defensive half of the field. Bring it up that left side. Again, favoring that left side. Not much action on this near right side for East Brunswick so far this game. One of the other things that we've noticed so far, and the coach has commented before the game, that this is a slow field. The grass is high, and that I'm sure plays into their strategies.
Yes, I was out there with Scott earlier on the field, and yeah, the grass is a bit too high. You need a flatter surface so you can actually see the true way to play the sport of manipulating the ball. When you have a high grass, it makes it very difficult to maneuver the ball. And now at the international levels, it's only played on turf, AstroTurf alone.
Penalty against Piscataway. East Brunswick trying to restart quickly, catch Piscataway off guard on the near side. For East Brunswick trying to control it, Kerry O'Connor. She'll bring it up the near side. Couple players surrounding it in the middle. Allison Barnett will send it up over midfield. East Brunswick is on the attack. Quickly broken up by Piscataway, chased down on the far side by Tracy Tsai for East Brunswick. She'll fight two Piscataway players, and she'll get the better of that 50-50 ball. Quickly put into play. East Brunswick trying to catch Piscataway off guard. Carrying on the far side for Piscataway, Jamie Schneider. Tsai now trying to control for East Brunswick. That'll be out of bounds, and the umpire will award
a free hit
to East Brunswick. East Brunswick putting the ball into play. Piscataway breaking up. And an infraction against Piscataway. East Brunswick with another opportunity to restart into the scoring circle.
Umpire called obstruction. That's when basically opponent gets in the way of you playing the ball, and awarded a penalty corner. Third one of the game for East Brunswick.
Ball's put into play. Stop, looking for a shot. Set back to the original starter. East Brunswick looking for a shot on goal, wanting to test this keeper early. Keeping it in there. And
called a stick obstruction, and that's when you use your stick to stop a person from playing the ball. Goalkeeper answered the call there, I think, twice now.
Long clear by Piscataway. For Piscataway now control middle of the field. East Brunswick and Piscataway battling on the far side. For those of you just joining us, this is East Brunswick field hockey. East Brunswick hosting Piscataway. No score. 17 minutes remaining in this first half. We're at East Brunswick High School field. I'm Scott White alongside Bob Estar. Piscataway now looking to bring the ball up on that far side. Again, as you commented before, that far side seems to be getting all the attention so far for both teams.
It seems to me the tactic for Piscataway is to keep it in that right-hand corner for them. And it's plays to their percentages. but they're not getting any results, getting scoring opportunities from that. But East Brunswick, on the other hand, have gotten some shots, but again, they got to put them on target.
Penalty called against East Brunswick. Piscataway will put it into play. Broken up quickly by East Brunswick. Turned around, brought up over midfield. East Brunswick trying to create something on the near side. Jamie Schneider. Piscataway will run along the sideline and out of bounds. East Brunswick to restart, bringing in Naomi Finkelstein. Finkelstein sending the ball up toward the 25. Carrie O'Connor for East Brunswick in there.
Stick obstruction called there. Piscataway with the ball.
Piscataway putting into play, quickly broken up by O'Connor. O'Connor trying to maintain control on this near side, surrounded by 3 Chiefs. She'll be 2 of them, but not the 3rd. Piscataway now cleared up on the near side, but quickly broken up by Naomi Finkelstein.
No interception.
Interception. Piscataway will turn around and run it back the other way, trying to form numbers. East Brunswick slows them down a little bit. Breaking it up that time for East Brunswick is Lisa Kaufman. Piscataway has not yet mounted a serious scoring threat.
They haven't.
No shots on goal for Piscataway yet. East Brunswick trying to hold that advantage, although East Brunswick not able to put one in the net. They do have a couple of shots on goal and have tested the Piscataway goalkeeper on a number of attempts. Jessica Guarneri, Jackie Fives told us before the game that that's one of their important spots, or one of their important positions to watch is their goalkeeper position.
Yeah, she's a junior, and she has opportunity for scholarship next year. She's very athletic, and let's see what part she plays in this game.
You talked about a scholarship, so this is a scholarship sport at the collegiate level.
Oh, definitely. There's well over 100 colleges at Division I level that offer scholarships for field hockey. With women's sports being the way it's going right now, with Article 9 and all, it's definitely getting more competitive, and the opportunity is there for women.
And what are some of the more competitive colleges in field hockey?
Locally, Princeton, New Jersey, which went to the Final Four last year. You have North Carolina. Rutgers also plays field hockey. Some Division IIIs and Division II, sorry, that play. So it's a vehicle for girls to get an education at the same time as playing a sport.
East Brunswick trying to attack on this near side, but hit out of bounds, and Piscataway will bring it back in.
It seems to me that Piscataway they're surrounding the ball much better than East Brunswick at this point, but it's not paying off. They got it surrounded in the attacking area. They're doing well in the midfield, but they have to develop opportunities. They're not doing that at this point.
East Brunswick trying to carry on the near side for East Brunswick. That's Jamie Schneider. East Brunswick not wasting any time. Schneider putting the ball into play, looking inside. East Brunswick looking to mount an attack. Opportunity inside the scoring circle.
Here's something.
Around an opportunity from this near side. They'll test the goalie.
Penalty.
No shot, and you thought maybe there should have been a call there.
I felt the penalty corner should have been awarded.
And that would be for what?
The goalkeeper cleared it out into her own player.
Infraction against East Brunswick. Piscataway quickly will restart. They'll bring it up over midfield, trying to mount an attack. Quickly broken up by East Brunswick. East Brunswick will clear this near side. O'Connor will come over to try to maintain control.
There's an opportunity now.
Tries to bring it up the near side, but broken up by Piscataway. For Piscataway, Monica Misiak. Bring it up over midfield. O'Connor trying to take on 2 Piscataway players. She'll get the better half of that, and East Brunswick will put it into play on the near side. Piscataway on the counter attack. Teresa Dapsis in control. She'll lose it. Piscataway on the attack, near side, control for Piscataway this time. Rayanne English. East Brunswick will turn it over and bring it quickly up over midfield. Looking through for an East Brunswick attacker. East Brunswick can't convert, but they'll maintain control on the offensive half of the field. East Brunswick looking to mount an attack. For Piscataway, again, Rayanne English beating 2 East Brunswick midfielders. And Piscataway will switch the sides of the field and try to work that far or more advantageous side. Piscataway still looking for their first shot. East Brunswick midfield trying to turn it around and bring it back up the other way. 11 minutes remain in this first half. East Brunswick and Piscataway tied at 0.
Timeout called by East Brunswick.
East Brunswick with a timeout. Now tell us about the timeout situation. How does that work?
Basically, in a high school field hockey, there's timeouts are allowed. At the international level, there isn't. Basically, this lasts for about 3 minutes, and then they're back out.
So each team gets how many timeouts?
1 per half at the high school level.
And this would be a good time, I guess, to talk strategy or to change things up?
Yeah, basically, you know, get their breath. We want to basically get them organized. I think both coaches, the battle's in the midfield right now. If I'm Piscataway's coach, I would say I need shots on goal. I need opportunities in the circle. And if I'm East Brunswick right now, I have to get results. Every penalty corner, I say 1 out of 3 you have to score. And they've had 3 already.
Well, that's probably what Cindy Todoroff is telling them. There you see Cindy Todoroff and the East Brunswick Lady Bears. We're going to take a short time out. We'll be back right after this. And we come back from the timeout. East Brunswick back on the field. You're talking about East Brunswick and Coach Cindy Todoroff telling her players what you think she was telling them. How about Jackie Fives? What was she telling Piscataway?
Basically, we want to get shots on goal. They've been down in that right-hand corner, but they haven't gotten no shots in the scoring area as of yet. And it's basically 11 minutes left in the match. And you need to get shots if you want to score.
So East Brunswick has gone almost a full 20 minutes without allowing a shot on goal from Piscataway.
Which good defense in any sport, and it holds true in field hockey, is important.
East Brunswick will restart on that far side. Bounce out over the sideline, and Piscataway will get the restart. Talking a little bit about the crowd before, the crowd seems to continue to grow here at East Brunswick as a number of fans have come to see this East Brunswick-Piscataway matchup. East Brunswick with the restart just outside the shooting circle.
Ooh, dangerous play. Lifted, and now they've given them an opportunity to get into the scoring area. See if they can capitalize.
Piscataway now with the restart on the far side.
Actually, should be more, yeah, they're moving it now, yeah.
Just outside the shooting circle. Good opportunity. Could be a first shot on goal.
Oh, umpire calls 16. When she signals that way, that means the ball is brought up to the top of the circle, which is 16 yards, and a free hit is given.
And why is that awarded?
Because an infraction, the ball went off the end line. The ball went off the end line, so that's a restart in a sense.
Piscataway now looking to capitalize on this offensive opportunity. Still looking for their first shot on goal. The keeper for East Brunswick has gone untested so far. And another infraction against Piscataway.
Called stick obstruction.
Keeper for East Brunswick, Danielle Mason, a junior goalkeeper who has not had an opportunity to make a save, but I'm sure she's not complaining about that. Piscataway now on the attack on the near side. The tempo seems to have picked up a little bit since we've come back from the timeout.
I guess the coaches got into their ear and made some adjustments. Hey, 8 minutes left. This is a time of the match when teams break down because they're tired. It's coming near halftime. They're not focusing on the right things, and whoever's more focused right here will probably get the goal.
Is this where you start to see conditioning factor in?
No doubt. Conditioning is always a factor. You play hockey for 70 minutes.
Out on the near side. East Brunswick will restart, bringing it in for East Brunswick, Naomi Finkelstein. Naomi's a senior and one of the tri-captains for this East Brunswick squad. East Brunswick once again looking for a scoring opportunity. This could be their first good opportunity. The keeper's out, and she'll kick it out over that far sideline. Probably the best opportunity East Brunswick has seen.
Yes, excellent kick by the keeper. If you've seen the ball actually cleared about a good 20-yard kick and on the ground, which is excellent at this level.
East Brunswick looking to capitalize one more time for another shot on goal, about 8 yards out. Trying to set it up, can't do it. The Chiefs will try to clear the area. East Brunswick with one more attack on the far side. Maintain control, Lisa Kaufman. Kaufman will dribble inside, uncontested. She's looking for a shot on goal, and
called obstruction. Clear it out again, good call. Uh-oh.
East Brunswick with more opportunity on this near side. Keeper comes out, tries to kick it, and that ball looks like it was carried over that back end line by Piscataway.
Penalty corner. They're lucky a card wasn't given out. Piscataway could not get it out. They awarded a free hit, could not get it out. East Brunswick picked it up, and the result is a penalty corner. 4th of the game for East Brunswick. We'll see if they can capitalize.
6:57 remaining in this first half. No score. East Brunswick with the penalty corner, top of the 16. Looking for a shot. Again, no shot there, but East Brunswick maintaining control. Kicked out by the goalie again, maintained inside the 16, looking for another shot. A couple of East Brunswick players surround it. East Brunswick still looking to get a shot and another penalty.
Wow, 20 seconds that took basically to get another penalty corner. Now the defense is tired. They're running back. Critical's telling them to match right here. Goalkeeper's coming up big right now.
East Brunswick looking now at their 5th penalty corner, taking it once again, Tracy Sy on the far side. Sy from the end line. Put the ball into play, stopped, shot. Not on goal. East Brunswick looking to maintain control, but we have another, this time, penalty against East Brunswick.
Obstruction with player.
East Brunswick now 0 for 5 on the penalty corners.
They have to adjust that. They have to adjust it.
So that'll be something that we'll expect Cindy Todorov to talk to her troops about at halftime. 5 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in this first half. East Brunswick Piscataway tied at 0. Piscataway on the attack. East Brunswick breaking it up on the near side for East Brunswick. Kerry O'Connor, she'll try to bring it up over midfield. Having some problems there and broken up by Piscataway's Teresa Dapsis. Just kept inbounds barely by Betsy Joseph for Piscataway. East Brunswick's O'Connor will try to bring it up over midfield. She'll pass it off. Piscataway will maintain control now on the near side, but they'll lose it out over this sideline. East Brunswick with the opportunity. Something that we haven't had a chance really to talk about, but I know that it comes up in soccer games that are played here, is this field has a crown on it.
Yeah.
So anytime the ball gets near the sideline, the advantage really is to roll out of bounds, something that really isn't much of a problem when they play football here, but it's something that you see in soccer, and now it's something that we're seeing in field hockey.
In a ball sport, definitely. It has definite effects to it.
East Brunswick trying to maintain control on the near side. The ball will be hit out of bounds. Naomi Finkelstein to set it down on the near side. She won't start it up. She'll leave it behind for Allison Barnett to bring it inbounds. Barnett looking for the center. Lisa Kaufman. Kaufman will bring it clear across the field, and she'll try to work that far side. Kaufman dumping off for Sy. Back on a give and go to Kaufman. She'll look to feed somebody in the middle. East Brunswick once again looking to attack the middle, as was their original strategy, although it hasn't paid dividends yet. Piscataway's going to turn it around on a through ball to the far side.
Oh,
penalty.
There's an opportunity. We got 4:17 left.
Piscataway with a restart situation about 20 yards out. Inside the shooting circle. Piscataway looking for a shot, and a
called
penalty.
lifted ball. A lost opportunity there for Piscataway. Well, let's see if they can close this down right here.
We've now gone 24 minutes with no shots on goal for Piscataway. East Brunswick looking to clear it out.
Crowd getting into it.
Hear the crowd in the background that we've discussed a few times. First game here at night has attracted a decent fan base.
I would say so. No doubt about it. It creates excitement of the game, and being a 0-0 match right now.
Crowd could become a factor as we progress in this game.
No doubt about it.
Monica Misyak for Piscataway starting on the near side. Infraction against Piscataway. East Brunswick will restart and bring it up toward midfield. Piscataway trying to turn around. East Brunswick looking for an opportunity. Looking on a through ball now for East Brunswick's Jamie Schneider.
Won the free hit. Here's an opportunity for East Brunswick now. It's getting to that critical stage of a match right now.
Restart by Kaufman in the middle. Send it straight up the middle, looking for a shot. It'll roll untouched, out of bounds, over the end line.
16-yard hit awarded.
Piscataway to restart. East Brunswick's going to maintain control and a good scoring opportunity for East Brunswick's Allison Barnett.
Well, taken down hard, penalty corner.
This will be number 6 for East Brunswick in this first half. 2 minutes, 32 seconds remaining. East Brunswick's going to send in their same look that they have on the previous 5 over on that far side for East Brunswick. Tracy Tsai.
The adjustment I would make is to draw that defense and then dump it off.
Just going to bring it more toward the center than East Brunswick has done so far. But again, it didn't pay any dividends.
Obstruction called, penalty corner again. They, I think, got very lucky there.
Penalty corner number 7 again.
In penalty corners, it's very important that the person hitting out the ball gets it out there fast and firm and accurate to give the opportunity for it to be executed.
Lisa Kaufman this time to restart instead of Tracy Tsai, so they are showing a different start.
Foot called, 16-yard hit awarded to Piscataway. 1:39 left.
East Brunswick, would you say East Brunswick has had the advantage in this first half?
I would say so, no doubt in my mind. The one thing Piscataway is doing well is they're surrounding the ball, but as the half ends, they're getting more isolated in their defense.
What adjustments do you expect out of the two coaches at the half?
East Brunswick, I'd say a little more right-hand side play. And I would also say execute the penalty corners. Piscataway, you need to get at least 10 shots on goal in the next half. That's my focus right now for the next half for Piscataway. They're playing well enough as a unit, but they need to play well enough in the attacking half.
Can't win if you don't have shots on goal.
You can't do it.
Under 1 minute remaining. East Brunswick will restart on that far side, looking to go into the half. 0-0 is your score. Once again, East Brunswick hosting Piscataway. East Brunswick will bring it down that far sideline. Looking to center up. No, it'll go out of bounds. Piscataway now will bring the ball in. So the final seconds of the half. Piscataway looking to mount one more attack. East Brunswick will break it up and keep it in this offensive half, preventing Piscataway from getting any shots on goal through this entire first half. East Brunswick looking to mount one final attack. The ball just bounce around in the middle third of the field. Two players lock up, looking for it on the far side. It'll roll out of bounds, out on Piscataway. East Brunswick will start it on their half of the midfield. And that'll do it. We'll head into the half. East Brunswick and Piscataway tied at 0. We'll be back with the second half action in just a moment. Welcome back to East Brunswick High School Field. You hear the crowd in the background. We've commented it a few times tonight. A really substantial crowd here for the first ever evening field hockey game. Once again, it's East Brunswick hosting Piscataway. No score at the half. Note East Brunswick and Piscataway have switched sides, so Piscataway will be moving from left to right on your screen, East Brunswick from right to left. I'm Scott White, joined by Bob Estar. And Bob, we briefly spoke before the half about what you expected the coaches to tell their players. What sort of changes do you think we're going to see as they start up now?
Well, I think in the first 5 minutes of this half will dictate what was said to them and how they come out of this half. Is their arousal high or is it low? I mean, how they're attacking, the first 5 minutes will dictate this, I think.
East Brunswick will start with the opening pushback. And the second half is underway. East Brunswick will attack right up the middle. As Cindy Todorov said earlier, that was their strategy. Piscataway will quickly turn it around and bring it back toward the midfield. Piscataway will attack on the far side. Out of bounds. Last touch by Piscataway. East Brunswick will restart on the far side. East Brunswick trying to maintain control at the midfield. Piscataway will bring it across field. Control for East Brunswick now, poking at Lisa Kaufman on the far side. Infraction called against Piscataway. East Brunswick. Kaufman to start up on the far side. Sends it for O'Connor. Looks to try to maintain control. Cannot do so. It'll roll out of bounds over the far sideline. Piscataway to restart.
East Brunswick comes out, as you see in the first couple of minutes here, being on the right-hand side, which again, is a smart tactic, but can they capitalize on it?
So East Brunswick switching their focus in terms of which side they're going to attack on, looking to the right side, as you had noted early on. That is the statistically more advantageous side, since one side of the stick is flat and the other rounded. East Brunswick with a scoring opportunity. They'll bring it inside, and the first good shot for East Brunswick, looking at the
unfortunate there.
An open-end opportunity, couldn't convert.
Yes. Basically, would have been better to stop it at that point. She took a first-time swing. Percentages are lower. She had time, but again, in front of the goal, people tend to panic.
East Brunswick will maintain control, looking to feed through the middle, but we have a penalty against East Brunswick, I guess, for lifting the ball.
Yes. You're getting it, Sky.
Piscataway now will restart at the 25 on the near side.
Called 5 yards. It was inside the 25. You cannot have anyone near you inside the 25, 5 yards away. Everyone, both teams have to be 5 yards away. And the umpire being good call.
East Brunswick, Piscataway will tie up on the far side. And an infraction against East Brunswick. Piscataway to restart on the far side for Piscataway. Monica Misiak.
There's an opportunity.
Piscataway looking for their first scoring opportunity for Piscataway. Fallon Samuels.
Called pushing, free hit outside the 25.
Piscataway with a good restart from the 25, almost dead center. They'll go right inside the scoring circle. And
first penalty corner awarded to Piscataway of the game. Let's see what they end up doing here.
East Brunswick went 0 for 7 in the first half on penalty corners. Piscataway with their first opportunity of the game.
It's not how many opportunities, but what you make of the opportunities.
Monica Misiak, the freshman, over on the far side to restart it. Long hit way back to the 25, and I guess that would probably take away the advantage.
I would agree, yes.
Infraction against Piscataway. East Brunswick to restart. East Brunswick brings it up toward midfield, looking to turn the tide a little bit. Over the last couple of minutes, it appears as if the tide has turned in favor of Piscataway as they've been on the attack. They'll bring it back inside the offensive third of the field for Piscataway. Piscataway maintaining control on the far side. East Brunswick looking to break it up, and we brought down that far side again. Stopped on the far side by Misiak. She'll feed it inside, looking for a shot. Nothing there for Piscataway. East Brunswick trying to clear it out of the defensive third of the field. They'll bring it up over the 25-yard line. Stopped by Piscataway. They'll keep on the offensive. Piscataway really turning it up a notch at the half.
The stages of games where teams put pressure on you, and this right now is the stage where Piscataway is doing it to East Brunswick. They have to capitalize again, and East Brunswick has to absorb it.
Misiak feeding the ball right through the middle there, looking to find the stick of Betsy Joseph. Unable to do so. It'll roll out of bounds over the end line.
Umpire calling a long corner. Good call. Good eye by the umpire.
And this is awarded because it went off an East Brunswick player last?
Yes, it went off their stick, off to the side, off the end line.
Piscataway looking at another scoring opportunity. And
an injured player.
Looks like an East Brunswick player down on the far side. Didn't catch the number, but you quickly see Cindy Todorov jogging onto the field to check on her player, and Phil Hostler coming out onto the field to check on the injured East Brunswick player. 25 minutes, 52 seconds remaining in this game. The score is tied at 0-0, and it's a little bit early to talk about a tie game, but for those people that are watching that don't really know how this works, why don't we talk about what happens if this game does end in a tie?
Depending on the conference in high school, in this particular match, it'll come down to 7 players versus 7, and it will be 10-minute periods, and basically whoever scores first wins. And if it goes beyond that, which I doubt, it goes down to penalty strokes, which is a free shot against the keeper, which the ball is 7 yards on the spot, 7 yards out in front of the goal cage, and it's 1 versus 1.
You get one shot.
One shot.
And how many 10-minute periods did they play?
3. So basically you're playing a 30-minute match if it goes that whole extent with 7 players instead of 11.
And now that's different from what you would see at the collegiate or national level.
At international hockey, basically you have 11 v 11, rolling substitutions, and if it does end up in a tie, depending on ranking, you'll go straight to penalty strokes, and you'll pick 5 people from each team, and you just stroke off alternatively.
While the East Brunswick players tended to, we're going to take a short time out, and we'll be back with the rest of the East Brunswick Piscataway field hockey match in just a moment. Phil Hostler tended to the East Brunswick player that was down. We'll get you that name and number as soon as we can. As play will resume over on the far side. East Brunswick and Piscataway once again. We're tied at 0, 25-52 remaining in regulation. We briefly discussed the overtime situation with you. We'll talk about that a little bit more as the game progresses, if it appears more likely that we'll see overtime. And we did discuss that Piscataway is coming in with a very young team. I guess as this game progresses further and further, that could be more of a factor.
Definitely be a factor. Hockey's a game of experience, and the freshmen obviously have not experienced as much hockey as the seniors and juniors of East Brunswick. So that will be a factor, I feel, near the end.
East Brunswick making a couple of substitutions to cover for the injured player. A couple of players checking in, coming off the bench on the near side. O'Connor.
Umpire has restarts. We're waiting on the umpire's whistle. As the hand goes down, the game will start.
Ball will start over on the far side. East Brunswick will bring the ball in play. Piscataway looking to keep the ball in the attacking half of the field. East Brunswick trying to break that up.
A foot there. East Brunswick, Piscataway's ball.
Piscataway not wasting any time putting the ball right into play, but East Brunswick quickly countering. Again, another foot on East Brunswick. Piscataway on the attack. East Brunswick trying to turn around, work it up through the middle. Side for East Brunswick, can't maintain control. Piscataway will turn it around and bring it up into the offensive third of the field. Piscataway trying to keep it inside the 25 and looking for shots on goal. As we discussed earlier, in the first half of the game, they didn't have any shots on goal, and that's something they're going to have to change if they want to get into this game.
They're doing everything right between the midfield, but once they get into that precious area, which is the scoring circle, they're not capitalizing. They're not having the focus.
Which I guess could be something that you'd see based on experience and the fact that it is a young club.
Yes. I mean, that comes in time. I mean, Jackie, you look at this group, 3 or 4 years, be working together, will be a different group for sure.
East Brunswick now bringing the ball up over midfield, looking for an attack. An infraction called against East Brunswick. Piscataway will restart. Quickly putting the ball into play. East Brunswick not caught off guard. They'll maintain control in the offensive half of the field. Control now for East Brunswick. Allison Barnett.
Here's an opportunity.
Feeding up inside the 25. East Brunswick looking for a shot on goal and some sort of an infraction against Piscataway. East Brunswick will restart about 25 yards out dead center.
Now everyone has to be 5 yards from the ball. Everyone.
Lisa Kaufman.
She's calling them back.
The ump sets everybody. Kaufman will put the ball into play straight up the middle, looking for a shot. The goalie goes to kick it, misses it, but it rolls over the end line. That could have been a good scoring opportunity since the goalie missed on it.
Yes, I think people were reacting to the goalkeeper's charging the ball, but she missed it. You know, you can never give up on balls.
The score remains not at 0-0, 24 minutes remaining in regulation. East Brunswick will restart on the far side. I guess this would be the long corner.
Yes.
East Brunswick putting the ball into play. Piscataway breaking it up. They'll turn around and try to run the far side.
Obstruction called, 16-yard hit coming out. I think part of Piscataway's problem at this point is their free hits. They're giving them away right to East Brunswick sticks. They need to execute those with more care.
They are trying to rush them. I guess they'd be better off slowing down and wait till their teammates were ready.
It's patience.
East Brunswick looking for a shot on goal again. The Piscataway keeper comes out, but it again will roll over the end line. And East Brunswick now, the tide has turned once again. They're getting a couple of shots on goal.
Yeah.
Looking to net that first one.
They need to get the inability right now to get the free hits out is a big factor right now for Piscataway. There we go.
Piscataway finally clears it straight up the middle, but once again right to an East Brunswick player. Not wasting any time for Piscataway. Betsy Joseph coming straight through the middle. She'll bring it up over midfield, fighting there. A couple of East Brunswick players. The ball will be called a kick against Piscataway. East Brunswick will restart. Looking to go on the far side. East Brunswick on the attack. They have 3 players bringing it up over the 25. Piscataway will break it up, and they'll try running it back the other direction. East Brunswick now on the counterattack. Piscataway looking to run the near side. 3 Piscataway players coming away with it. They'll bring it up over midfield, and they're on the counterattack. East Brunswick trying to slow them down and let their players get back into place. Piscataway now looking to bring the ball inside the 25-yard line. Piscataway looking for their first shot. East Brunswick will clear it out. We'll let you know that it was Naomi Finkelstein that was the injured East Brunswick player. Naomi, a senior tri-captain for East Brunswick, sitting on the sideline being tended to by trainer Phil Hostler.
16 awarded by Betty.
Piscataway maintaining control inside, just outside the 16. Piscataway again looking for a shot.
Penalty corner, outside the circle awarded. No, I'm sorry.
Piscataway, again, just like you said, not wasting any time. They're going to try to catch East Brunswick off guard, but it's not working for them. Again, they're going to lose it, and East Brunswick's going to capitalize on the mistake on the counterattack. One more time, and infraction called against East Brunswick. Piscataway quickly hitting the ball in without looking for their players. This
Deception. Penalty corner awarded for Piscataway, second of the match.
And that's for what?
A foot.
Now, is the penalty corner always from the far side?
The push-out person can take it from either side, depending on what the team crowd overtaking here.
Not only is there an East Brunswick contingent here, but Piscataway has brought out their fans as well.
Another penalty corner awarded because of an early break by East Brunswick. You cannot leave until the ball is moved. Can they capitalize?
Misiak, the freshman on the far side. Centered up, the ball is stopped, looking for a shot before East Brunswick comes onto it. Gets the shot, one touch, and out of bounds over the end line.
16-yard hit awarded. It's anyone's match right now.
East Brunswick much slower and methodical on getting their restarts into action, trying to find other East Brunswick players. It seems to be working a little bit better for them than Piscataway's restarts.
Yes, I'd agree.
East Brunswick now on the counterattack.
You notice 3 East Brunswick players, and look at Piscataway surrounding them.
Piscataway closes down quickly.
Yes, they do that very well.
Piscataway player falls. Fraction against Piscataway. East Brunswick restart, bringing it inside the 25. This time they'll lose it on the restart. Piscataway will try to work it on that far side. East Brunswick just barely keeping it in, looking to center it up. East Brunswick still looking to net that first goal. Either team, for that matter, looking to net that first goal. Once again, the score is tied at 0, 19 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in regulation. East Brunswick hosting Piscataway.
This is the time of the match where the seniors, the juniors, the leadership of the teams, whatever it may be, it could be a freshman, they have to step up.
Well, we mentioned earlier, East Brunswick started the evening out with about 5 or 6 seniors, and the remainder of their club starters is juniors. It's a predominantly senior and junior-laden team. On the flip side of the ledger, Piscataway started 2 freshmen, and it appears only 3 or 4 seniors. So if that does play into the match, that's just something to keep in mind. East Brunswick with a lot more experience and a lot of older players than Piscataway. East Brunswick now trying to control on that far side. Ball is loose.
A good gauge to see in a field hockey match is wherever the ball is, who's surrounding it, how many white shirts, how many dark shirts are surrounding it.
Trainer Phil Hostler taking Naomi Finkelstein off the field. It appears as if her head is bandaged up. She may have gotten a stick or a ball in the head. She's heading early for the locker room, and we hope everything works out and she heals well so she can return to the match or return to the team at some later time. Piscataway in control on the near side. East Brunswick's going to break it up for East Brunswick stepping in that time.
Allison Barnett. Nice defense.
Piscataway will turn around and they'll try to counterattack, bringing it up over midfield for Piscataway. Fallon Samuels. Samuels can't control. East Brunswick's going to counterattack, but now Piscataway trying to break it up. Fraction called against East Brunswick. And a timeout called for Piscataway. With that timeout, we're going to take a timeout as well. Your score tied 0-0, 17 minutes, 50 seconds remaining when we return right after this. We restart right away on the free hit for Piscataway on this near side. That was a timeout call by Piscataway. We mentioned in the first half, each team is entitled to 1 timeout per half, something that is different than you see at the international level. However, East Brunswick called 1 in the first half. Piscataway called 1 now in this second half. 17 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in regulation. Piscataway with the ball at the midfield line. They'll quickly put the ball into play. East Brunswick trying to break it up. A couple East Brunswick players surrounding the ball. Cy in on it now. Tracy Side trying to break the ball loose. She feeds it off to another East Brunswick player. Coming now on the near side for East Brunswick, Sherry Mendelson. Piscataway will try to attack on the near side, surrounded by 3 East Brunswick players, an infraction against Piscataway. It was Fallon Samuels with the ball. She lost it. East Brunswick in control, near side. Ball will roll out of bounds, and the ump's going to call it against Piscataway. Jackie Five's not agreeing with that call. East Brunswick to restart on the near side, Allison Barnett. Piscataway's going to break it up.
Foot foul called.
Again, Piscataway trying to dump it in there quickly, but none of their players were paying attention. An obvious flaw in their game so far this evening. East Brunswick trying to clear it out and not giving Piscataway any chances, but it looks like there's going to be a foul called.
Jackie Five getting into it.
So Piscataway went the whole first half without any penalty corners, and now in the second half, this is, I believe, their 4th one.
Yes, it is.
They're going to go with a short one, showing a different look for the first time, right across the goal mouth. No one there to connect on it.
Still in.
Still in. Piscataway looking to send it across the goal mouth again. A different look. We've seen about 10 penalty corners so far this evening. That's the first time we've seen that.
That basically is used to draw the defense out away from the scoring area, and then they would send it across. Ooh, a penalty corner awarded. I'm not sure for what, but Betty's on top of things, I know.
See what Piscataway shows this time. Carrying the ball over on the far side, Monica Misiak will take the penalty corner. Misiak sets the ball down. She's going to bring it straight out to the middle this time, about 10 yards out. Piscataway looking for the shot, and something called against East Brunswick, maybe.
Probably a foot, I would believe.
So Piscataway will restart one more time.
This is tiring out East Brunswick, but can they capitalize?
Good ball out to Piscataway. The stop, the shot. A kick save by East Brunswick. For East Brunswick, Danielle Mason again with the save.
Played over the end line by the goalkeeper, and the result is a long corner.
Long corner for Piscataway. Mason not really having to be tested the first half at all. In the second half, she's really had to come up big a few times for East Brunswick to maintain the 0-0 tie. 15 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in regulation. Piscataway with the long corner over on the far side. Once again, Misiak over there to take it. She does seem to have a lot of responsibilities.
She's
for
a
the
key
long
player.
And
it's a key player. It is 2 to 3 players on Piscataway that are predominantly taking the free hits.
once again, note she's a freshman.
Penalty corner awarded.
Piscataway certainly with opportunities to build here for not only for this year, but for future years when someone like Misiak, a freshman, seems to be a key player in many of their restarts and so forth.
No doubt. She seems like a gamer to me.
Misiak one more time on the far side with the restart. Penalty corner stopped right at the top of the 16. No shot and a foot against Piscataway. East Brunswick will restart it.
Again, the defense prevails there with East Brunswick. They're shutting the door.
East Brunswick with the long clear. Piscataway will bring it right back, attacking on the far side.
But this team, this young Piscataway team, not giving up. They're going right at him again.
Betsy Joseph for Piscataway. East Brunswick's going to break it up. Hopefully East Brunswick players in there 2-on-2. East Brunswick versus Piscataway. See who comes away with the 50-50 ball. We're going to have penalty against East Brunswick. Piscataway quickly is going to throw the ball right into the 16. East Brunswick looking to clear it out, and they're able to do so. They'll bring it up over the 25. Barnett in control of it. She'll send it over on that far side, looking to attack on the right side. Broken up by Misiak, again involved in another play. East Brunswick now will try bringing it up over the middle. Barnett in control of the ball. She'll send it up to the midfield. 3 East Brunswick attackers. East Brunswick looking to mount an attack. Good opportunity across the stick of Sherry Mendelson. Piscataway will clear it out on this near side, but East Brunswick's going to come to close down quickly. For East Brunswick on this near side, Kristen Caracas. Piscataway will bring it up over midfield, and the pace once again has definitely picked up as the ball's bouncing back and forth quite a bit. 50-50 ball this time is going to go in favor of East Brunswick. A penalty called against Piscataway. Ball maintained around the midfield. Piscataway now looking to attack on the near side. Samuels. Samuels has some trouble getting around the East Brunswick midfielder.
Stick foul called East Brunswick's way.
A go against Samuels, restarted by East Brunswick's Lisa Kaufman. East Brunswick on the near side, looking to mount an attack of their own, trying to at least clear it out of their own defensive third of the field. A couple of East Brunswick players fighting hard for the ball.
The Chiefs are relentless. They're not allowing it out.
Sherry Mendelson for East Brunswick involved in that last play.
Stick foul. Here's an opportunity.
East Brunswick now on the attack on the near side for East Brunswick. That's Barnett. Barnett tied up with the Piscataway defender, and there's going to be a penalty called against Barnett.
Nice tackle.
Piscataway's not going to, again, waste any time, but to no avail. East Brunswick's going to break that one up, and they'll attack once again. Through the middle for East Brunswick, that's Kaufman. Kaufman drops it back for support from another East Brunswick player, dumps it off to the near side. It'll roll out of bounds over the sideline. No opportunity for Piscataway, another opportunity for Piscataway. Chiefs will quickly put it into play. Stepping up from the backfield for Piscataway, Ray Ann English breaking that one up and trying to keep Piscataway in this ballgame. Piscataway at the 25, looking to mount an attack. They'll bring it inside the 16. Quickly broken up by East Brunswick. English there again. Rayanne English from the backfield. She's going to take a long shot from about 15 yards out. Kick safe, follow through, and a goal for Piscataway. Netting that goal for Piscataway, Betsy Joseph. The senior will net that goal at 11 minutes, 26 seconds. And Piscataway goes on top of East Brunswick, 1-0.
Their aggressiveness paid off. A scrappy goal in front of the net, and they were on top of it. Big goal for them. You can see they're pumped up from that. Now the reaction of East Brunswick's important. The leadership has to take over here.
We'll see if the experience comes through. You hear the crowd in the background. As we mentioned before, a great crowd here, not only an East Brunswick crowd, but Piscataway, and something else that we should note that you saw earlier, a couple of coaches and players from other schools that are coming out to scout tonight's game.
No doubt. It's getting more competitive at the high school level. It's, again, women's sports in the 90s, it's getting bigger. You'll even see college coaches at high school games now.
East Brunswick now looking to counterattack quickly and maintain control or stay in this game. 10 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. Piscataway with the 1-0 edge. East Brunswick now looking to mount an attack. Piscataway is going to attack one more time. East Brunswick trying to clear it out quickly and bring the ball up into the attacking half of the field. East Brunswick again looking to bring the ball up over the 25-yard line. Brunswick looking for a shot. They've really been silenced for a while. They haven't had a shot on goal in the last 10 minutes or so.
They've been pressing. Piscataway's been pressing them. East Brunswick had more opportunities, but Piscataway's capitalized on theirs. They've had a few chances, but they've put it in. You got to give them credit for a young group.
Piscataway now with the ball. East Brunswick trying to mount something on the far side. Remember, East Brunswick still has their timeout in this half. Piscataway used theirs, so that strategically could come into play if East Brunswick wants to shake up their strategy heading into the final minutes of the game.
They might want to give their team a break a bit to regroup. In a field hockey match, you find that you run an average between 3 to 5 miles in a match. And you can see these girls are working hard here. They're working hard.
How do the substitutions work?
Substitution's rolling substitution. It comes from the 50. You can sub at any time. You got to be obviously very careful when you sub.
Is it common practice to substitute a lot, or is that really at the coach's discretion? Or
I think it's the coach's discretion. I believe in the modern game now, instead of just developing 11 or 12 players, you need to develop all 16 and have a constant flow. That way, I think you build every single player on your team, and that's the way to go. Timeout.
There we have the timeout we were just talking about. It looks like East Brunswick's going to call that timeout. So with 8 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in this game, Piscataway with the 1-0 edge. We're going to take a short timeout, and we'll be back with the final 8 minutes in just a moment. The action is already underway as we return to the final 8 minutes of this match. East Brunswick now trailing Piscataway 1-0. The goal coming with 11 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in the game. Rayanne English fed a long ball about 16 yards out to Betsy Joseph. She tipped it past the keeper to get Piscataway the 1-0 advantage. What do you expect out of East Brunswick heading into the final 8 minutes?
Basically, they got to pick up the pace. They know where they're at. They're home. They have to want us to win this game. They have to equalize it. That's what they have to get to first.
They certainly have the crowd to motivate them, and on top of that, this their first ever evening game, their first home game up on this field at night in front of the TV and so forth. Should be good motivation for East Brunswick heading into these final 7 minutes. Piscataway trying to clear it out of the back.
This is the part of the game where now your legs are tired and you're feeling a little tension, and it's the ones that can deal with that at this point and overcome the pain are the ones that'll outstand in the game.
And important, East Brunswick is missing one of their senior tri-captains. Earlier in the game, Naomi Finkelstein took a ball to the head, and she's since left the field. So East Brunswick missing one of their senior captains, and you talk about leadership heading into the final minutes of the game down by 1. That could be a factor.
No doubt a factor. Senior, been part of the program for 4 years. You're missing a captain, and that tells the other players they got to put a little bit more in. But Piscataway, freshman group, predominantly, they're fighting there. You got to give them credit. They've done well. They've capitalized on limited opportunities, and that's the name of the game, capitalizing.
Be a restart for Piscataway. Over to take it for Piscataway. On the near side, Lori Furka. Lori's one of the tri-captains, a senior for Piscataway.
Obstruction called. Free hit going into the circle. Everyone has to be 5 yards at this point.
Again, Piscataway wasting the restart opportunity. East Brunswick's going to try to quickly counter. Barnett tries to bring it out of the backfield, unable to do so. Piscataway will counterattack again. Kick ball against East Brunswick. Piscataway is going to try to restart real quickly. Looks like it went through the legs of the goalie and into the goal, but it was stopped prior to that by the ump for some penalty.
Yeah, basically the ball was struck outside the circle. No one touched it. Someone, attacker must touch it inside the attacking circle.
Appears as if we have another timeout called, so with 5 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in this game, we'll take a timeout as well. 1-0 your score. Piscataway on top of East Brunswick. We'll be back in a moment. And we're back just in time for the restart situation. 5 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in this match. And Bob, this is really gut check time for East Brunswick.
No doubt about it. They came out. This got stopped again by Piscataway's defense.
Piscataway on the attack. Piscataway really just looking to maintain control of the ball in the offensive half of the field. East Brunswick can't score if they can't bring it up over midfield. If East Brunswick can't score, Piscataway will walk away with the 1-0 win.
If I'm Piscataway right now, I keep the ball out of the center, keep it wide, restrict the area where they can make the attack to generate an attack. They can't allow people to come through the middle like what's happening right here.
East Brunswick noting the importance of a counterattack. They'll bring it up over midfield, looking to mount something now. Kickball against Piscataway. East Brunswick will quickly restart. East Brunswick looking to employ the Piscataway strategy, and again with the same results as they'll hit it straight to a Piscataway player, and Piscataway will counterattack on the far sideline. Piscataway brings it into the 25 and losing control out of bounds over the far side. Looks like it went last off an East Brunswick player, so Piscataway will restart. 4 minutes, 30 seconds. Once again, Piscataway on top of East Brunswick, 1-0. 1 goal coming, 11 minutes, 26 seconds remaining in the game. Betsy Joseph connected from a Ray Ann English long ball, and that's the only scoring we have so far. Ball's out on the far side. Piscataway looking to restart.
Taking their times about things here. They're
Certainly, clock is on their side.
definitely.
A reminder that the clock is a continuously running clock.
Penalty corner.
Piscataway looking to capitalize on one of these so far. They've had a solid half a dozen so far this half. None in the first half, but in this second half, they've had a good opportunity. Not only that, but this is a good opportunity to run some time off the clock.
No doubt about it. Umpire could pick a play in here if they feel they're doing it on purpose, but at this point, no call.
Piscataway looking right to the middle, shot,
16.
and out of bounds.
If I'm East Brunswick right now, we need to hit the ball long and hard towards the attacking area. No more fiddling in the midfield. You need to be down there. And if I'm Piscataway, just slow it down, force it to the outside, do not overcommit.
Now, with under 3 minutes to go, East Brunswick staring down the barrel of their first loss of the season. Coming into tonight's game, they're 4-0-1, their only tie on the season. Coming a couple of weeks back against Lawrence, but other than that, they had 4 wins right now, trailing 1-0 with 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. They could be staring at their first loss on the season. Piscataway again trying to maintain control and keep the ball up on the offensive half of the field on the far side. East Brunswick stepping up and looking to clear a long ball and maybe a final attack for East Brunswick as we head now under 2.5 minutes. Piscataway sending a long ball that bounced off of the leg of a East Brunswick player. And we have a call against East Brunswick. A shot just outside the 16. Long shot, bounced off a couple players, out of bounds, and a stoppage of play. The ref is calling for the clock to be stopped. I assume because the ball is far away, and now as we head into the final minutes.
She's called a penalty corner.
So Piscataway now with another opportunity to sort of pad their lead up 1-0 with 2 minutes and 1 second remaining on the clock. One more time over on the far side for Piscataway. Monica Misiak to take it. Five Piscataway players line up at the 16. Ball's dropped inside, stopped, shot. Stopped by an East Brunswick player, and they'll try to mount a counterattack. Misiak will swing, miss, nothing there. East Brunswick now try to attack. A penalty against Piscataway.
Once again, Piscataway getting possession of the ball.
We head into the final minute of the game. Piscataway in control on the far side, and they realize that they're a minute or so away from looking at their second victory on the season.
And it would be a good victory for a young group like this to come across them.
That will do it. East Brunswick falls to Piscataway. As you see Piscataway running out onto the field, quite happy with this victory. Before today, they were 1-2. With the win, they'll improve to 2-2. East Brunswick now falling to 4-1-1. This young Piscataway team looking like they've just won the national championship. They're real happy. A proud win for them. Both teams fought real hard. The lone goal coming with 11 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in the game. It was a long pass for about 16 yards out by Ray Ann English, finished up by Betsy Joseph. That was it for the scoring today. One other note, Naomi Finkelstein, the senior tri-captain, was injured and taken away from the field. Looked like she took a ball to the forehead, required some stitches. That will almost do it here for us. Any final comments on today's match?
A great match under the lights. I think we need to see more of this in high school field hockey. Summing it up, basically, Piscataway took their chance. They had limited chances, but they made the most of them and played excellent defense. And East Brunswick had an excellent match also, but didn't take the opportunity to score when they had the chances. And the result is 1-0 for Piscataway.
Great. Thanks a lot for helping us tonight, Bob. Once again, your final score, East Brunswick falls to Piscataway 1-0. With the loss, they fall to 4-1-1. Piscataway evens their record off at 2-2. For Bob, Estar, and the entire Channel 8 Sports crew, I'm Scott White saying goodnight, and thanks for joining us.